Hello everyone, let's see what my opponent has for me today against, let's see, playing Honest Mink. Let's see if Mink has anything decent. Playing a 60 card deck, that is, wow, 60 card deck, a 40 card deck. I was going to say 60 would not be a good sign, but 40 is very nice. And I opened up with an interesting hand. I'm actually not going to use Duality before I do anything else, because if this face down lets me see what their deck is, then it might influence what card I go with for Duality. Like, maybe it's a Ryko or something, and I can tell that it's Lightsworn. Then maybe if I see an MST with a Duality, I won't take something like that because MST won't be useful. Ooh, and just like that, Devpro, so probably a frog deck, and this is a good example of MST actually not being good because frogs don't tend to run back row. Ooh, let's see, what do I want to go with for that? Right now, Super Poly and Geartown aren't actually going to do anything for me, and I can't get over the Dupe Frog, but then again, Fiendish Chain would be really nice. I'm going to go with Summoner Monk, just because I can start actually getting my deck going, and these two spells don't do anything for me anyways. I would have liked to go for the Fiendish Chain, because on the off chance that they're playing Monarchs, Fiendish Chain absolutely ruins their day. Although there are other builds of frogs that they don't use Monarchs. They can do any number of other things. They can go for XYZs. You can use them to summon big cards like all of the gods that need 3 tributes. There are pure frog decks because they do have a lot of decent support. And there's just a whole bunch of things you can do. So I think that was the best idea, just to go for a kind of jack of all trades play, because Summoner Monk affects my deck and not necessarily theirs. And they actually are playing back row though, so maybe this is going to be something a little bit different. I am going to attempt to use the Summoner Monk, and I'm going to discard Super Polymerization, because if let's say I get rid of Geartown, and then I draw into another Geartown, both are still dead. If I draw into a zombie world after getting rid of the Geartown, then only this is live, whereas if I discard this and then draw into a zombie world, it makes my Geartown live, and then it can possibly screw up with their cards. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully they don't have a Veiler or something. That's always something to be careful about. Oh, Maxi, that's fine. I might actually see, I might let them draw another off of that, but debating. Drew another Super Poly anyways, okay. You know what, on the second thought, wait, is that how you say that? On second thought, I'm not going to. I'm just going to attack with the Mizuki. Wait, what? I'm missing something here. Okay, what does Dupe Frog do? I know when it goes to the grave. Oh, there's an effect I've never actually read before. That's not good. I'm so used to seeing this card and so used to seeing just that one effect that I've never actually paid enough attention to it to remember that. Yep, I have to attack Dupe Frog. So next turn I'll be getting over it. Oh, okay, Treacherous Treble. So if I had gone for any XYZs, not only would they have drawn a card, but they probably would have been able to destroy that unless I had gone for an Honor Arc, which I'm not sure I would have, so I'm okay with that. And then if I really want to use Summoner Monk again, which I might, I can actually use Call the Haunted on Summoner Monk, and then maybe discard Super Poly again, although at this point I would like to keep it. So what I'll most likely do is Call the Haunted on Sacred Crane, because that lets me draw a card anyways, and that way I won't have to lose any more cards from my hand. And there we go, they are playing a Monarch, so let's ruin their day, because banishing a Mizuki would not be in my best interest right now. Good thing they didn't have an MST or anything, although I think they would have blindly used it. Just a guess though, because I only had a couple down. And cool, Ancient Gear Engineer is alive because I have Geartown in my hand, so let's see, that's normal summon, so I can't eat it or anything, but I can use Lavable Chain. Then again, I need to be able to run this over, and then Honor Arc doesn't have anything to eat, so I might actually I kind of want to set up my grave more, but I kind of don't. Okay, I'm just going to use Call the Haunted on Sacred Crane. Let's see if I can draw into anything decent that'll help me make a move. Can I get a field? No. Okay, duality isn't a terrible option though, at least for next turn. Then I do have to start getting over their monsters. Just the question is, what do I want to make? This is kind of tricky. I might just leave the Dupe Frog alone because it would give them a swap frog anyways. Okay, so I'm just going to go for the Lava Wool Chain. I'm not going to try to go on the offense just yet. And because I have a Fiendish Chain and Call the Haunted on the field, my best play right now is going to be going for Zephyros. Oh, they actually did have an effect veiler. Huh. I wonder if they just drew into that, if they actually waited to use it. Kind of... I wonder why they did that. Okay, on... second thought, I don't want to say that again. I kind of butchered it. On the other hand, I can use Mist Valley Falcon, and I need to be drawing into more cards, so instead of sending Fiendish Chain back just yet, I'm just going to send the Call the Haunted. Although, shoot, I really wish I had sent... what is it? The Sacred Crane to the grave now, because I can Call the Haunted it. But not really a big deal, although I am going to be setting a duality as a bluff, just in case they try to MST it. Creature swap, and they'll probably go for Caius, and I'm guessing... actually, there's two good things that they could do. They could tribute over the Shadow Monarch, because this is making it useless anyways, or they could tribute over Dupe Frog, remove something, and then make a rank 6. So... oh, they're just going to go for a creature swap, really? That's interesting. I might actually have to give them Chain, even though I'd rather not. I think I will, because I don't want them attacking over Mist Valley Falcon this turn. I want to recycle the Fiendish Chain without actually having to use Zephyros. Oh, did they have another Monarch anyways? Yeah, they did. Okay, so that's definitely why they didn't go for the Caius in that case. Sadly, I don't have the Sacred Crane in the grave, otherwise I could have chained the Call the Haunted and drawn a card off of their Caius effect, but what you gonna do? I basically had this for free anyway, so I didn't go minus from that. And there was really... either one of these would have been a viable target, because this allows me to set up my grave, but then this is going to allow me to return Fiendish Chain, and okay, there we go, that's right, they had the creature swap, so they're going to be able to take my Chain and give me their Dupe Frog, which that kind of sucks, because now they get to set up their grave, although they'll have to give me the Sacred Crane back. At this point, I'm really hoping to draw into a zombie world. That way I can basically just devastate their field. Because, see what can I do? First off, I can discard Ancient Gear for Super Polymerization, which allows me to get over 2 of their monsters, and then I also can go into Gear Town, and then probably special summon Ancient Gear Dragon. Wow, getting another Super Poly. Okay, definitely gonna go for the Gear Town. I can't use it this turn, but it will allow me to do some stuff next turn. And let's see, does this get an effect when it's tributed over? And I don't think this gets an effect, but I'm not going to do anything with it, because I want Ancient Gear Engineer in my hand to discard for Super Polymerization. Otherwise, I could tribute over this and then they wouldn't get a search off of it, but I think at this point they're pretty set up, so getting a search isn't really that big of a deal. Really, I just need some sort of an offensive card so I can just wipe out their field and then go for the attack. I know it looks like kind of an situation right now, which it is. Oh, that's fine if they want to top deck that. I really don't mind top decking a Fiendish Chain back. Then again, I don't think they had any better targets. It's not like they wanted to return this or return any of the other monsters, so that's fine. And it's a bad situation, but there's any number of good cards that I can draw into, and it'll completely turn this around. Now, what I'm most curious about is if they're going to go for a rank 6. I think they will, but I'm also not sure what they would possibly make that would be a good idea. I mean, they know that I have Gear Town, so they can probably... they have a good idea that I can go for Ancient Gear Dragon, and I'm going to be able to run this over then. That was actually... not necessarily a mistake, because they're able to add something back, but I am going to run it over and it won't be able to do anything else. Okay, Max C. This deck, I haven't really been special summoning, so they're only going to be able to draw maybe one card off of it again, and that's really not the way to be using Max C. I mean, if you have no other choice, that's how you do it, but if your opponent only allows you to go 1-for-1 with Max C and it doesn't actually affect their plays, that's not very optimal. Then again, this deck isn't really stopped by Max C. I can just make pushes that don't actually need to go insane and special summon. I can just make big monsters that are quality over quantity, so that works for me. So let's see if they use their Max C. Yes, they're going to. And I'm actually back into a decent position because I will have field control with my Ancient Gear Dragon. This does nothing for them anymore. And then, even if they have a Monarch, I'm just going to Fiendish Chain it and then run it over. Or probably run over Chain just because... Actually, no, what will I run over? Okay, I'd probably run over the Monarch so that they're not able to make another rank 6. As much as I want to get rid of the Chain. Oh, that's cool, Mobius, the Mega Monarch. I haven't seen anyone using the Advanced Monarchs yet, but... What? You can't respond to that, can you? Yeah, you can't respond to that. So setting a duality is a bluff, really. That's not good, but they can't run this over. Did I speak too soon? Do they have 2 Ronin Toads? They might, make... Yeah, they're just gonna make a gotcha. Okay, now they can run it over. So, now I'm really hoping to draw into a Terraforming or a Zombie World. I mean, I've gone through 15 cards already, and I haven't seen one of those 5. So the chances of drawing one aren't that bad at this point. And I still have a monster that I can discard for it. That's really too bad, though. Getting rid of the Duality and Fiendish Chain. So that's what they were planning. They knew that I wouldn't be able to respond to that. That's kind of cool. I guess... I'm waiting for the rest of the Mega Monarchs to come out. And I was kind of curious up until this point if they would be good. I guess this format they will be. And that is not at all what I wanted to draw. Not getting too horribly lucky on draws today. But to the very least, I'm going to be able to get rid of this. So if they don't have another Monarch to summon, I will stay alive this turn. Unless they have another Mega Monarch, that would be really unfortunate. Because right now, I really need to use Super Poly. I will be able to get rid of both Gotchi and their Mega Monarch. And then run over anything else that they summon. So let's see. I think they're going to go for the Swap Frog. Nope, they have... Really? Oh, that's good. That's gonna be a game. Okay, well that's too bad. So making a rank 8, that was actually kind of cool. I didn't expect that to happen. So if you enjoyed this duel, please comment, like, subscribe, and stay brutal.